it was a bad night for the Mavericks in the win-loss column, but it was a good night for them because now is the first time when, as a franchise, they can feel, okay, we've hit the bottom. We've had the final bit that we were looking forward to that we had to get past, right? Because look, they're mourning losing Luka Doncic. They're still mourning the state of the team. Are they going to trust what's going on? Should we or should we not follow the advice?
Well, you get the term galactically stupid in. That works.
But this was the moment where if you're the Mavericks, and I think unconsciously if you're a Mavericks fan, this was the game you were waiting for. But for the Mavericks franchise, it's, okay, we got to get past the first Luka game back here. We'd love for it to be tomorrow because we can get back. But it's a big emotional release for the fans who are still upset. And look, they'll get on board if the Mavericks start winning next year and suddenly, hey, here comes Kyrie and AD and look at them and they add somebody else in the offseason because, look, they have money to spend because they're not giving $350 million to Luka Doncic. So if hey, there's time for that. But you got to get past this. You got to take it all down to the studs before you build the team back up. And by that I mean you build the relationship back between the franchise and the fans. You let the fans have an emotional release, and now they all realize, okay, we're at the bottom now. We're at ground zero for everything, and now we can just build back and go forward. Luka's not coming back. We were thinking about it. It's on my mind. We came back. We said goodbye. It was very cathartic, and now we can move on as a franchise. So this is a big day for Dallas. It's a positive day for him because, again, like the Lakers, hey, emotionally you want to get past it. It's a big deal for Luka. We're getting ready for the playoffs. For the Mavericks franchise, okay, we got to rebuild trust. We got to rebuild excitement in the team. We want to make sure we're selling season tickets. This is the day we have to get past. And now they got past. They lost. Okay, not that big a deal. Not like this is a loss that suddenly, hey, it's killing this hope or this hope. The Mavericks are a team that they don't have a lot, right? Kyrie got hurt. AD couldn't get back in the lineup. They understand this is one of those lost kind of seasons. But for them, it's so valuable from the mental aspect to be of, okay, now I'm at peace. It happened. I deal with it. The name on the front of the jersey is still more important than the name on the back. Even though I hated the trade, I'm still a Mavericks fan. And now I go for any franchise that loses a longtime player, something like this, a very shocking trade. You need that cathartic moment, and that was tonight for the Mavericks. So now they can really start to build back up. And I'm telling you, a healthy Mavericks team would have been in the top four-ish of the playoffs this year because adding AD with a healthy Kyrie, they would have been. They have a pretty good supporting cast. They would have won a bunch of games. They would have been in the top. They probably would have been a top six-ish team. But when AD can't play, Kyrie gets hurt. What are you going to do? It's one of those things. But this team will be back up next year. They have an offseason to make right moves. But this was day they had to get by.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 2.5 game lead over the Suns, who we'll see what kind of effort we get out of them against OKC after that debacle their last time out. But you look at a squad and a city, and I know there's some, why would you celebrate this? Why would you do this? Like, no, because it's good. It's a cleansing for the fans and everybody, as you say. Now, I like that Luka and his people were petty, and there were a bunch of business opportunities to sit for the Mavericks, and they said, no, you're not going to do them, which was kind of cool. Different little sponsor activations and things with the court and whatever that they played a little game of pettiness there. I know for the longer term, and we talked about this at the time of the trade, it wasn't just the Luka contract you're not paying out. That's great in terms of roster building, but as a franchise, you've got to go figure out where a lot of those funds are coming back from. It's like if suddenly the Dodgers found out that Shohei Ohtani was leaving. Not that you would trade him away, but if he goes, a lot of that money goes. Look what the Angels. I mean, they're a nice little surprise here the first couple of weeks of the season. But as soon as he left Anaheim, it's like, wow, look at all of that revenue that walked out the door. And for Luka and Dallas, it was the same thing. So they've got a long-term, giant, gaping hole that they'll need to figure out there. But for tonight, it's a big celebration. I mean, what'd you want? A montage of him eating French fries and drinking a beer with his dad in the hallway? And then seeing if you get a good response when Michael Finley takes it away? No, I don't think you are. I don't think you're going to do that. I think you're going to celebrate all the good moments, the romp to the NBA title round and opportunities and what he was. You played time of your life, good riddance, and you move on. Here's your T-shirt. Now go. Let's get back to the games.
No, I mean, really, it's something to be said for that because it is, you are mourning a loss. Like these Mavericks, I'm sure the Mavericks fans are still stunned that they don't have Luka. Like it's still one of those things that doesn't seem real. Like again, right now, it doesn't seem real. The Jets had Aaron Rodgers. We had him for 2 years, right? Like we had him for. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem like it really happened.
Well, here's the thing though, because it blends in with the 12 years of futility before it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like if it had been Aaron Rodgers coming in, he's putting us over the top because we're right there.
But still, the we didn't have any more. We didn't have any bigger expectations than we had with Rodgers.
No,
the other
I
years
get
it was
that.
like you guys just gonna stink. Yeah, okay, no, but now we're not. Oh, now we stink. So I get that it's still that sort of a moment of still trying to reconcile it in your head, and that's why tonight it really is a big deal for the fans, for the media, for the team, for their relationship, for moving forward, for being at the bottom and saying, okay, now we're going to build back trust, we're going to build everything toward. You needed a night like this, and that's why I said they probably wish they had it months ago, so they can say, all right, hey, we traded Luka, we played next week here. They played against them in Los Angeles, but that's not the same thing. So now for the Mavericks, now it's okay. Now we can move on.
Well, and AD didn't get to play in that game, right? He was unavailable, so now he got on the court here, so you have the catharsis of all of that. And obviously the guys that played with Luka, they were expected to finish their careers with him. That was going to be the guy that was going to be setting them up for major contracts down the line. He ain't there, right? So now it's how do you move on in your locker room? You saw all the video of him walking around the facility and hugging all the people that he hadn't seen. It's like, hey, buddy!
Yeah.
Guys running out of their offices, arms filled with stuff because they heard he's walking down the hall and didn't want to miss him.
You know what he's doing right now? He just got Michael Finley's attention. Hey, Michael Finley. Boom, and he's just shotgunning a whole beer.
Giant tall boy.
Can't take it from me. Can't take it from me. Yeah, here's a Schlitz. I got the cheapest one I could get. I'm just shotgunning this bad boy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, hey, where's my vape pen? I'm going to be vaping out of my ear at the same time I'm shotgunning that beer.
I was going full old style from my old Polish neighborhood in Chicago. Zimne Pivo. Going down there. So, congratulations to the Lakers. Luka Doncic, it's a big game. You saw the emotion in the even before tip-off, right? LeBron and he exchanging some words. He's like, come on, man. I need you. And Luka's got tears in his eyes and go out and he hammered him. So, big game.
Some nights are just about emotion and how you deal with things, and that's what tonight was from both sides. So, look, again, it's a big zig when you think I'm going to zag. Sunny side up for the Mavs.
Look at you. Positivity.
Be sure to check out the Fox Sports Radio YouTube channel. Just search Fox Sports Radio on YouTube. You'll see a whole bunch of video highlights from our shows. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss our very best Fox Sports Radio videos on YouTube.